It's time to put the cylinder back on. I got it repacked. Actually, today is Monday. I dropped it off on a Tuesday. They repacked it Wednesday, but the asshole forgot to call me and tell me that it was done. So here it is Monday. I could have put it on over the weekend when I actually needed the backhoe, so I had to use the backhoe with no cylinder on it, which is a little creative. You just don't have to, just don't hit that lever and it'll work fine and dandy. But I did bump the lever and it shot out like a cannon. So, getting back started. Oh look, I got my safety shoes on. I'm not wearing my Jesus creepers today. Everybody bitched and moaned about my flip-flops. I'm sure if that 300-pound cylinder fell on my boots or my flip-flops, it really wouldn't make a fuss, but I figured I'd keep my boots on, make everybody happy. Glad I come back down here because I stuck one of the old, my knockout pin in there. This leaked down, and if it kept leaking down, it would have smashed that hose. So I'm glad I stuck that in there, because the stick, there's nothing to keep it from moving, so it would have pivoted on around and smashed that fitting. So I got the backhoe started up. I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit, about right in there. Let me shut this thing off. And I'm gonna put this, see if I can sneak this cylinder back in there. Let me take that pin out. Let me get my rag over here. Oh, I managed to lose one of the, I'll show you. We got to make another pin. It's going to be rigging. That's what you do on the farm, you rig stuff. I lost one of the little keeper pins. Actually, I need the backhoe over the weekend. So, I had everything laying right here and I forgot about it. Imagine that. But I did remember to come and pick up my 2 washers. Luckily they stayed on here, and I kept one roll pin in the pin, or just pin, it's not a roll pin. So I'm gonna have to make another one of that size for the top one that I managed to lose. So I can take that out, clean that off. Thing's in there tight again. I'll have to knock it out with something. Got grease and crap on it. Maybe it come another way. Look at there, knocked all my paint off. Still didn't happen. I'll knock that out with a punch. Alright, well let me set this up and I'll see if I can't sneak this. This looks like a good place for the camera right here, doesn't it? So that slid in there. I need to take and turn this and take probably anything, a ratchet, probably good. I'll probably take that stick or this pipe. This pipe will work fine and dandy. And get this spun around back to where it needs to be. Let's see, I need to put that pin in there first and get that lined up. I got to knock my bolt out. So after I started tapping on the pin, I realized I don't have to take it out because I can just slide it right through here this way, line it up perfect. So that being said, since I lost that one, I got me a bolt somewhat the same diameter, and I'm gonna make me another one for the other one that I lost. Let's see, is that anywhere close? Ooh, that's a little long. Yeah, that's a little bit long there. Chop a little more off. Let's see. Kind of hard to hold the camera here, and that ought to be better. Oh, I still think it's too long. Just a touch. Let me cut this down to the right size, and I'll put it in. Alright, so I got my bolt cut down. It's a little bit awkward trying to hold the camera, but that'll stay in there like so. All it does is lock it, so I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world if it's not the right exact size. So, it is now time to put this bad boy in here. If I can get this cylinder lined up. Oh, I thought that was hollow. I'm going to have to pry up a little bit and get old Betsy lined up here. I don't know if the claw hammer's going to work. Let me get something a little better and line that up with. I had to get a little creative to get that line back up. I had to put my extension in there and a piece of wood over there to get the cylinder lined back up so I could get the pin started. And it's not quite. Something's not quite lined up here. Now that won't fit in there. Maybe that pipe will. There we go. Just needed a little extra encouragement. Alright. That's locked in place. I'll go ahead and just screw one of these on so nothing funny happens and my pin comes out. I'm going to have to come around. There's a piece of wood stuck in there. Alright. Now that one's in there. Now my block of wood is holding the cylinder from lining up. So I'm going to have to get me something else and put in there. Or I guess I could put the strap back around it and hold it with the excavator. Then just kind of move it around. Let me do that. Alright. There is no good substitute for a good lifting device. So if I let that down a little bit, I should be able to line it up. Let me let it down a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Not too terribly bad. Might be able to. Actually, I need to hook these hoses up so I can pull that rod out. Actually, I might be able to let it down just a touch. Let's see. let that down and let the cylinder down just a touch. It might go on there. If not, I'm gonna have to hook them hoses up. If I'd put it, engage the controls. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's not too terribly bad. Let me let the boom down just a smidget. Maybe just a touch more. I bet it'll line up perfect now. That's not bad there. Let's see if I can get that pin. Let me grab a rag. I know it's greasy. See if that pin will start. Let's see, what was it lacking? Not much at all. It ought to tap in there. Let me get old Betsy over here, a persuader. There we go. And let me get a little closer and I'll drop my custom pin in here, because it's going to fall out. Get the persuader back. That's all it needed. Alright, that's going to be a little interesting. I'm going to have to hold that and tap it at the same time. And you're just going to have to watch from down here. Like so. Now I put this locking washer and bolt here on there. Damn, that's greasy. And it's not going to go anywhere. Like I say, all that does is keep it from pulling all the way through. So I mean, it's not very critical that it's the exact thing. It would be nice. Why ain't it starting? I hope it ain't burr it up. There we go. Alright. Let me let that off and I'll put the hoses on. Well, I got it all hooked back up. Everything greased. There's a little bit of trouble hooking that this hose up. I didn't quite want to reach and then I realized it slid down in the clamp over here. So got all that hooked back up and my bolts over here tightened up. So should be good to try it out and make sure everything works good on it. Let's see how it goes. I think I got a starter going out. Oh, it doesn't have any fluid in it. Got to get some fluid back in the cylinder. There we go. Nice that it don't leak down. It used to drip down.